Danielle Gordon. I'm a member of St Patrick's Parish in Dumbarton, and I'm going to share my resurrection story with you all. My final year at Strathclyde University was rather chaotic, to say the least, because my sister was extremely unwell. So consequently, despite my best efforts, I ended up exceptionally behind with my studying for my final exams. I remember spending hours down the Clipper in Dumbarton High Street every other day after my lectures, trying to translate the books that I needed to for my culture and history, but just getting absolutely nowhere. I ended up only getting 1 out of the 2 done, which meant that if the other book came up, then I wouldn't even be able to put pen to paper in the exam. In the lead up to the exams themselves, I actually ended up having to stay with extended family in Clarkston, just to be able to stand a chance at getting the last minute prep done and getting some kind of form of a decent night's sleep. I remember totally panicking the night before because I was so completely behind. I'd literally just composed the essay that day, but I also knew that if this book didn't come up, then as I say, I literally wouldn't be able to write pen to paper, because I'd run out of time to even begin translating the second book. And I remember just thinking to myself, what would I even do in that scenario? It's not one I've ever been in before. Like, I've always been someone who has always been prepared and even had a backup plan, and for once I just didn't. But then suddenly from nowhere, this thought struck me, which was, why not Google an educational novena? Like, I go to church, so maybe that's a way. I thought maybe that's a way God could help me. So I did, and the first thing that came up was one for someone called St Joseph of Cupertino. So I set the alarm on my phone for once an hour, 9 times over, and I said this novena, and then I remember the morning of the exam, even despite doing this, still panicking, thinking the worst, catastrophizing. But I just kept trying to tell myself, like, God's not going to hang you out to dry. Like, he knows how hard you've worked. Even if you don't pass this exam, he's at least going to give you a shot at it. And sure enough, I was right. I wasn't able to use the actual essay, but the book that I had translated came up in the translation exercise, so it was just enough, no more, that I was able to pass the exam, and now I can say I'm the proud holder of a BE in journalism and French from Strathclyde University. So what can I say? It's a real life miracle in action.